Hello, hello, this is Fear Dragon coming at you with another StarCraft 2 netcast. Today we're going to have another Zerg versus Zerg, but this time it's in a little bit of a lower league. So anyways, let's go ahead and introduce the players. From the top right hand side of this map, we have the Red Zerg tossing out the GLHF. His name is Joker. And today his opponent will not be Batman. In fact, he is going to be combating another enemy of the Zerg, another Zerg himself. His name is WismadiK. And he's going to be spawning as the blue Zerg in the bottom left-hand corner of this map. Now we do see a very early drone moving out for Joker, and it looks like this is about a 9 scout, so very, very cautious about any kind of cheese that could be coming out, but we do see identical builds coming down from both of these players. This Overlord a little bit indecisive about where he wants to go ahead and scout for his opponent, but he will eventually end up moving in that direction. Meanwhile, WismadiK very, very consistent and pretty certain about where his opponent will be, and he's actually going to go throw down that spawning pool. So also a very early spawning pool. I guess this 9 drone scout actually ended up paying off quite a bit, as we did see. Again, 10 spawning pool that will allow WismadiK to get out quite a few Zerglings early on. But Joker is responding with a pretty early spawning pool of his own, and that is definitely going to let him defend against WismadiK's push. But we do see here in the worker count that Joker, despite having gotten that spawning pool a little bit later, is actually suffering in the drone count. But we do see that gas geyser coming down. Well, actually, gas geysers from both of these players, so I think Joker is going to be just a little bit behind in this game. Oh no, that could end up costing him dearly, as in a mirror matchup, being behind in your worker count could be very brutal, as you know the spawning pool is already completed for WismadiK, so he should be able to get out that queen a little bit earlier, but no, does not quite get it out as early as he could have, so he will not really have that advantage that over Joker of having that earlier queen. Meanwhile, we do see 4 Zerglings on the way for Joker. Meanwhile, at the same time, we already have 4 Zerglings out for WismadiK. We're going to have to see, it looks like WismadiK already producing another 4 Zerglings, but he does have quite a bit of a bank. Would like to see him maybe go ahead and expand off of this, or maybe even just make a couple more drones. He will likely get supply blocked over here. Meanwhile, Joker is going to avoid that supply block, so that could heavily turn into Joker's favor if WismadiK does decide to move out. But no, looks like for now he's going to take this triangular defensive stance, as he does have this formation mapped out. He trained his units, talked to them, and said, look, we're going to stay in a triangle formation, as that is going to be the best way to engage. And no, that is not the best way to engage at all, guys. But still, these Zerglings will obey their masters, as they don't really have too much else to say in terms of formations. I don't think I've ever heard a Zergling complain about a formation of their master. But anyways, we do see this queen over here. It's going to be a little bit late to the larva inject, but if we can get this Overlord, it might very well be worth it, as that will very heavily supply block WismadiK. No, just barely does not manage to get it. He decided to go ahead and do that inject, but he is going to be out for blood. WismadiK, not paying attention, is going to go ahead and lose that Overlord. Meanwhile, we do see a very large influx of Zerglings coming over, and 4 more on the way, as well as speed. Meanwhile, at the same time, we do see an evolution chamber down. That's not going to help out too much. But oh no, the queen caught it very far out of position. He is going to lose that queen, but this huge number of Zerglings is going to be able to take on this very small number of Zerglings. And with that Overlord dying, that is going to allow Joker to press the attack onward. Now, we do have to remember that Joker does not have speedlings on the way. He does have the gas to start researching that if he so chooses, but instead he is going to be going ahead and spending his minerals on that queen as well as additional drones. So he's going to have an economic lead out of this, but he's going to have to be very careful. He hold back half of his Zerglings, and it looks like half of those Zerglings are going to go ahead and poke over at the front. Now the rest of the Zerglings deciding to follow, and we do see a second gas geyser being taken, but hold that thought. There are Zerglings that are going to be picking off his enemy's queen, so now both of these queens players have, or both these players' queens have gone down, and the Zerglings are going to be streaming in. Can they do any damage? They are going to be go ahead and engage. The drones getting involved in this fight. One Zergling deciding that's just going to go ahead and chill over here and play the Master Commander, organizing and ordering its fellow Zerglings around. But the Zerglings do finally get cleaned up. Let's see, we do have a couple of drone losses. So definitely worth it for Joker if he can defend any kind of counterattack, but we aren't going to be seeing that quite yet, or at least not for now. But Joker, knowing that counterattacking is going to have to be the way that his opponent gets back in this game, is going to go ahead and create 2 Spine Crawlers and a Roach Warren. And wow, very nicely timed inject right there. But that does mean WismadiK does have to move out right now if he wants to go ahead and press this advantage, as he's throwing down an Evolution Chamber of his own. Do we see any upgrades coming down from that Evolution Chamber of Joker? No, not quite yet. Not really deciding to utilize that gas that he has mined. Going to be saving that up for those roaches instead. And this Spinecrawler being a little bit indecisive, kind of saying, oh, I should no, like, gotta stay here. Gotta defend the drones. And I do like that decision. I don't think the Spinecrawler would make it across the map and burrow in time to really put on any counter aggression. But we do see the +1 missile attacks going down for WismadiK, and as well as a couple of roaches being produced. We do have that Roach Warren finished for Joker, but he's not opting to make any more roaches, or at least any roaches whatsoever quite yet. Neither is he deciding to make use of this Evolution Chamber just yet, but doing a great job on those larva injects. I do have to say, I love that. Now speed will be finishing up for Joker in just a little bit, so that is going to allow him to put on a little bit more pressure, as he will be able to run away with his Zerglings if he does overcommand. Otherwise, if he just has very slow Zerglings, when he runs in, these Speedlings will be able to catch up as Joker decides to back out. But it looks like for now, Joker going to be just pushing a little bit further out onto the map, then retreating, maybe getting a little bit of map presence and map control, seeing where things are, seeing if there are any overlords around, as he does have that lair finishing up in just a second. We're going to see if he does decide to go for that Spire, as he does have 2 gas guys and a little bit of gas saved up. Does not have that expansion that would help him get those high Mutalisk counts out, but he does have a little bit. And wow, great control from WismadiK, as this is a lower league game. I do believe this is Bronze League or Silver League, one of the two. But WismadiK keeping a good eye on that Zergling, able to pull it away from the Watchtower before Joker is in fact able to snipe it. And now Joker, not having the same attention span to his Zerglings, is going to end up losing these Zerglings. Oh no. Joker actually already behind in the unit counting station in terms of army, as he does have quite a few Zerglings, actually outnumbering his opponent's Zerglings by a bit. But what he does lack are those roaches, and WismadiK producing additional roaches, and those roaches do quite well as they boost up into the numbers against Zerglings, and they also have that +1 weapons, so that will allow them to do additional damage with 18 damage per shot. That will allow them to two-shot these Zerglings who don't have any armor upgrades, so that's going to play a huge factor in the upcoming battle. We do see a Spore Crawler coming down for Joker. Maybe is a little bit afraid of any kind of burrow play or any other kind of maybe Mutalisk play. Meanwhile, we do see hatcheries going down for both of these players. So now that these players are really knowing that that hatchery is down for their opponent, both these players are playing a little bit in the dark. But it looks like Joker going to take a little bit of risk, going to take 2 expansions at once. He did have that economic advantage, still does, as his opponent is still sitting at just 12 workers. So if he can defend this push, he will be in a great position, but I don't know if he's going to be able to defend it, as this investment into these 2 hatcheries is definitely going to hurt, as I agree that he will have additional larvae to be used, but you know, he doesn't have the minerals to really produce quite as much in the army, and even losing those 2 Zerglings is certainly going to hurt for Joker. He's going to have a really hard time holding off any big aggression as so many roaches have been produced. And these Zerglings are also, I believe, starting to outnumber his opponent. So Joker going to be in a really rough position. The Spine Crawler will certainly help, but he might be a little bit behooved to move this other Spine Crawler down to his natural and maybe try and do a good bit of defense over there. It looks like the Spine Crawler is going to ward off those Zerglings just a little bit. We do see a couple of roaches finally being produced for Joker. No additional ones on the way. Not really utilizing that lair tech either. Would like to see us... Oh, we do see a Nidus Worm. That could be a huge, as this Overlord is in range to create that Nidus Worm in his opponent's main if he so chooses. We do see additional roaches being produced for both these players. The Zerglings running in. They are going to get a bit of a surround on that Spine Crawler. The Spine Crawler is going to go down. And it looks like Joker is going to go ahead and retreat for now. This expansion is most certainly going to go down, as well as these few drones, about 6 drones. That is going to really hurt a little bit for Joker. And it looks like that's actually going to be a GG for Joker, but he isn't leaving quite yet. Is going to go ahead and fight out this battle just for the heck of it. And oh my god, it looks like Joker might actually have the larger army in this scenario. Will he be able to hold? There are a few more roaches for WismadiK, and by few I mean quite a few more, but the Zergling count is so high. They're soaking up so much of the damage, and it looks like Joker is able to retreat or repel the attack from WismadiK. He could do so much damage now. He has lost his natural expansion, but he is still up in the working count. These two roaches caught a little bit further out than they really should be. Going to be lost, but oh my god, where is Joker's army? Oh my god, Joker with the counter-attack Spine Crawler play. These roaches now, oh my god, does WismadiK even realize it? WismadiK sees it. WismadiK is going to oh my god, he's very scared of these Spine Crawlers going up, and this Queen, and these additional drones. He's going to try and do a little bit of damage, but it looks like Joker trying to attack with his roaches, but these +1/+1 roaches are going to do a number on just the +1 armor roaches of Joker. Joker might have been a little bit behooved to just instead send out these roaches into the Nidus Worm, but these drones might even be able to clean up this last... Oh my god, Joker actually had a higher roach count and actually manages to defend. There is this huge influx of roaches over here, but these Spine Crawlers are picking off the base of WismadiK. Can he do it? He does not have any more minerals for any additional hatcheries if he does decide to try and do that. And one thing that, oh my god, I hope that Joker does realize is that Joker's Spine Crawlers will die without creep. Oh no, he does realize that he has his creep tumor planted. I was going to say that if he does end up killing off this lair, then his Spine Crawlers will actually just not have any creep and they'll eventually die out. But we do see the lair getting picked off. Couple of drones long distance mining at the natural, those silly drones, as well as quite a bit of gas being mined and not really being able to make use of that lair tech. Joker does have to make sure he mines enough minerals before these roaches come over so that he can reproduce another hatchery. I think that would be greatly in his interest to do that. At the same time, I don't know if WismadiK has any more drones. Let's see, in the working out, we have one drone. Where is that one drone? Oh my god, WismadiK needs that one drone so badly. The hatchery finally getting picked off, as well as this spawning. No, looks like he's just going to allow these bases, or these buildings, to die off of the creep. But the roaches are moving over. They do know about this expansion over here. That's going to cause huge trouble for Joker, as he is so close to building. He does have enough money for that next hatchery. He does have a couple of drones over here. So Joker going to be looking to be in a great position to take this game in this base race now. There is the hatchery coming down. These broodlings are only going to be able to attack in a very limited manner. All of them do get picked off. And these Spine Crawlers should unburrow around here, as yes, there is a very responsible unburrow, but we do see that hatchery being picked off for Joker. WismadiK doing a good job. Now he's going to go ahead and, oh, he does still have this one hatchery, but he doesn't. Oh no! WismadiK actually did end up losing that one drone he had left And despite having this hatchery, he's not going to be able to make any more drones to start mining. Now WismadiK's one spine crawler up against the multiple spine crawlers of Joker. So not going to be in too happy of a situation over there. I don't think that WismadiK can win this game. He does have quite a few roaches, but can it take on this huge number of spine crawlers? This spine crawler realizing that's actually dying a little bit off of that creep. Gonna go ahead and reburrow, but the roaches are moving in. The Zerglings get involved too. This is WismadiK's last hope to get involved and win this game. He is going to start target firing down that hatchery, but his roaches being a little bit indecisive on how they want to engage this army. 2 spine crawlers have gone down. Still quite a few roaches left, but I don't know if he can win this. Oh no, the roaches running straight past. Going to be going for the last hatchery of Joker, but I don't know if this is a winning play for WismadiK, as, you know, even if he picks off this hatchery, there are the creep tumors to keep these spine crawlers alive. Spine crawlers do count as buildings in this game. And you know, he also has as well those couple of bases, and if he can't take out these spine crawlers, he's going to be in a very rough position. And he also has to take out this queen at some point, as well as this Nidus worm, if he wants to do a good job. This hatchery will eventually go down, and I don't think, again, WismadiK can win this game, but we're going to have to see. He will have the ability to wait and heal up these roaches, as they will very, very slowly. Oh my god, a roach out for Joker. Actually, okay, yes, Joker does have 1 drone remaining. I don't know where it is, but that is going to be a hero drone in this situation. Oh, actually, wait. This is the last expansion for Joker. Oh my god, these roaches, oh my god, that is not worth it to get these roaches picked off by the broodlings. Now he's down to just 1 roach. And what can he do? It looks like WismadiK finally gets all of his buildings eliminated and ends up having to leave the game. So that's going to spell GG for WismadiK. Actually, wait. It did not say that WismadiK was defeated, so I don't know if he was... There is a trick that you can do in this game where you actually just type out "has left the game" and enter that and hold that thought. 1 second. But yeah, anyways, if you type that out and just press enter, it will show up as just that player has left the game. But it looks like that is, in fact, the end of the game. The replay is, in fact, over. And I do believe that Joker ended up, if he did not end up winning anyways, it is a moral victory, certainly. And yeah, I do believe that all of the buildings got eliminated for WismadiK. So thank you very much for that very exciting game, that very exciting Nidus worm, using the Nidus worm to do that base trade. And anyways, you guys can send replays if you want them casted to feardragon64@gmail.com. And thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys later.